Roll forming materials and applications. Roll form materials undergo a process called roll forming. It is a process wherein a sheet or strip of metal such as steel is passed through a series of continual set of rolls until a desired profile or shape is achieved. The strip or sheet is deformed plastically along a linear axis in an environment at room temperature. Used typically to create parts that feature long lengths, roll forming is very useful in the manufacturing of great quantities of a specific shape. Every stand in the process of roll forming has a specific task in the fabrication of the piece, and each stage involves some changes in the configuration of the strips or sheets of metal. The size of the stands used typically depends on the type, formability, and thickness of the metal. Ferrous metals can be used in the roll forming process. These are metals featuring a bivalent iron compound. The most common examples of it include steel, which is primarily made up of iron, and malleable, that is below the melting point by at least one range of temperature without the need for any special heat treatment. Normally it is free from slag, and between 0.5% and 2% of the weight is carbon. In addition, steel can contain small amounts of manganese and silicon and trace quantities of phosphorus and sulfur. Stainless steel, on the other hand, contains high amounts of chromium, lending it high staining and corrosion resistance. This type of steel is resistant also to weak mineral acids, organic acids, oxidation, as well as other caustic materials. Most common non-ferrous metals used in the process include aluminum. It is a soft, lightweight and malleable metal with good resistance to corrosion. Once exposed to air, it will form a thin layer of aluminum oxide, protecting it from wear. Brass is another example, which is a zinc and copper alloy that feature a bright, gold-like color and is highly resistant to corrosion. Applications of roll-formed materials. Roll-formed materials are commonly used in everyday life. There are examples of roll-formed materials in industries such as transportation, window tracks, bumpers, reinforcement bars, structural components, and sections of a vehicle's trim may feature roll-formed materials. Roll-formed parts can be found on everything from automobiles and trucks to ships and trailers. Commercial and residential construction, used in elevators, slatted wall dividers, studs, and downspouts. Roll-formed materials have both internal and external applications in building construction. Highway construction. Most highway signs, bridge deck reinforcements, and guardrails are composed of roll-formed materials. Aviation and aerospace. Honeycomb seals on jet engines are frequently roll-formed products, as are the leading edges of helicopter blades. Airframe stringers, shrouds, backing rings, and numerous interior components can also be roll-formed. Agriculture. Roll-formed materials can be found in lawn and garden equipment, grain bin floors, fence posts, and other farming equipment. Heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Vac ducts, air conditioner cases, air filter frames, cooling tower louvers, electric heater housings, and solar panel components can all feature roll-formed parts. Home appliances. Some larger appliances feature roll-formed parts, such as refrigerator panels and shelves, handles, trash compactors, and others. Office furniture. Items ranging from metal cabinets and department store display racks to supermarket shelving and modular partitions are made from roll-formed parts. Examples of roll-formed materials. Corrugated metal, or corrugated galvanized iron, G, is formed into metallic-coated sheets as it passes through an engineered set of rollers. These sheets are commonly used in the roofing of rural and military buildings, as well as for water tanks and sheds. The final product is lightweight, and the grooves in the sheet result in improved bending strength. Although it is still referred to as corrugated galvanized iron, G is actually composed of steel. Other examples of roll-formed materials include angles, angle irons, and V-shapes. These components are used for frames, rails, posts, flanges, brackets, collars, reinforcements and other applications. Roll-formed materials can also be fabricated into rims, rings, clamps, cladding, louvers, blades, slats, bars, wire, and much more. In fact, most bendable metal can be roll-formed, and the shape and use of the roll-formed material can be as simple or as complex as the machinery allows. LOTOSFORMING is located in China, specialized in producing roll-forming machine, and PU foam door shutter machine, and garage door production line, and decorative panel production line, and C/Z purlin roll-forming machine, and strut channel roll-forming machine, unistrut channel roll-forming machine, and guardrail machine, and roof tile roll-forming machine, and deck floor roll-forming machine, and so on. Meanwhile, to adapt ourselves to different customers, we produce coil-to-coil slitting line and coil-to-sheet cut-to-length line. And mostly, we can design a machine according to customers' requests and samples. For getting more video, please subscribe us.